good to have you on this channel. My name is Pauline and I welcome you to our channel of stories of faith, hope and love. On today's episode, we are going to talk about speed versus noise. Many times we confuse speed for noise, and sometimes we think we are moving, but actually what is happening might be a lot of noise, and maybe that makes us think, oh, we are doing well. And sometimes we compare our lives with those lives that we think are moving so fast or we compare ourselves with people we probably think are doing better than us, are doing well, which is okay to compare, but really it shouldn't make us not appreciate how our lives are going on. So recently we went to Mombasa with my family, and we went there by SGR. Now, if you're Kenyan, you should travel by SGR. Here in Kenya, we like traveling and posting photos on the social media with the hashtag SGR, and we take nice photos at the terminus to just make everyone know we were here. And so we traveled with my family, went with my children, and when we were in the train, my children kept feeling the train is so slow. It was their first time to travel by train, and they just kept saying, why didn't we even use the car? Like, it's fast, we can feel it's moving very fast. And I kept telling them, no, the train is actually moving faster, but they couldn't feel it. Reason being, the train is not noisy. Okay, we are not talking about that train from Syokimau to CBD. We are talking about the SGR. The one for town service is something else. That one is very noisy. So the children kept feeling, can they increase the speed? And so at some point where the railway line is parallel to the road, to the main highway to Mombasa, I told my son, let's compare. If we are at the same point with the car, let's see who moves faster eventually. But he still wasn't getting it. And we went on, and when we were traveling back, we now had an opportunity to see whether it's the car that's faster or the train. The train moves at some speeds of about 120 kilometers per hour, while the speed limit for our roads, on the highway, I guess it's probably like 100. And when we were now returning, my son had an opportunity to see what was really faster, whether it's the car or the train. And so when we got to I think it's Voi, we needed to do a changeover. That is to allow the train coming from Nairobi to Mombasa to actually give it way, so that because the railway track is like one. So we had to stop. Our train heading to Nairobi from Mombasa had to stop and give the other train way. And so when we stopped, the passengers in the train waited to capture that moment. I remember some people had their cameras, and the children in the bus were looking out through the window to see the other train, because when we're in the train, we just feel like the movement is not so, the speed is not so much. And so when it was time for the other train to pass, guess what? It just came like lightning. In a few seconds, it was gone. And there was no even time to take photos. When we were there, we were thinking we'll even say hi to the other passengers, like enjoy the coast and get to shake their hands, because, we're just passing each other at this low speed. But now after that, I asked my son, so what do you think? Is the train moving slower than a car? He was like, that train is so fast. It's like a plane, mom. And now you got to understand, it's actually not that the train is slow. It's just that I cannot feel the the speed when it's moving. And see, sometimes in life, that's what we think. I look at another person's life and I think they are doing so well, their life is going on so well. Mine is a bit slow, there's no movement. But in actual sense, someone else is looking at me and thinking, wow, you're doing so well, and I am not even counting my blessings. I'm looking at someone else. And God wants us to appreciate where we are today, not because we won't be at a better place tomorrow, but to just have some sense of gratitude and not let the noise. You see, the car is noisy and it will make you feel like, hey, the speed is really good, but the train is calm, but the speed is a lot more high. So we should not confuse the noise and the speed. In the Bible, in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, David and Goliath was making a lot of noise. Like, come here, I will show you how you get killed in a second. And David was just calm. But when the real time to make war came, we knew who was the real deal. It was David. He wasn't talking much, but you know what? He had the power. He had what it took. And so may God help us to be like David today and acknowledge the movements in our lives, even though we don't feel the very high speeds, to acknowledge that, hey, I'm at this point and I'm moving in the right direction. Thank you for being with us. See you again.